Master Fang, have you entered the action?
It is entered.
Where's your yeoman? Is the lusty yeoman? Will I stand to it?
Sir, where's Snare?
Oh Lord, I, good Master Snare.
Here. Snare, we must arrest Sir John Falstaff.
Yea, good Master Snare, I have entered him, and all.
It may chance cost some of us our lives, for he will stab.
Alas the day! Take heed of him! He stabbed me in mine own house, and that most beastly. In good faith, he cares not what mischief he does. If his weapon be out, he will foin like any devil. He will spare neither man, woman, nor child.
If I can close with him, I care not for his thrust.
No, nor I neither. I'll be at your elbow.
And I but fist him once, and I'll come but within my vice.
I am undone by his going. I warrant you, he's an infinitive thing upon my score. Good Master Fang, hold him sure. Good Master Snare, let him not escape. I comes continually to buy corner, saving your manhood, to buy a saddle, and he is indicted to dinner to the lubber's head in Lombard Street, to Master Smooth the Silkman. I pray you, since my axion is entered, and my case so openly known to the world, let him be brought into his answer. 100 mark is a long one for a poor lone woman to bear, and I have borne and borne and borne, and have been fubbed off and fubbed off and fubbed off from this day to that day. That is a shame to be thought on. There is no honesty in such dealing, unless a woman should be made an ass and a beast to bear every knave's wrong. Yonder he comes, and that arrant, malmsy nose knave, barred off with him. Do your offices, Master Fang and Master Snare, do me your offices.
How now? Whose mare's dead? What's the matter? Sir John, I arrest you at the suit of Mistress Quickly. Away, varlet! Draw Bard off! Cut me off the villain's head! Throw the queen in the channel!
Throw me in the channel? I'll throw thee in the channel! Wilt thou? Thou bastardly rogue! Murder! Oh, thou honeysuckle villain! Wilt thou kill God's officers and the king's? Ah! Thou honey seed rogue! Thou art a honey seed, a man queller, and a woman queller!
Keep them off, Bard off! A rescue!
Good people! Bring a rescue or two! Thou won't? Won't thou? Thou won't thou? Do thou rogue! Do thou hemp seed! Away, you scallion! You rebellion! You fustelarian! I'll tickle your catastrophe!
What is the matter? Keep the peace here! Oh!
Good my lord! Be good to me! I beseech you, stand to me!
How now, Sir John? What are you brawling here? Doth this become your place, your time and business? You should have been well on your way to York. Stand from him, fellow! Wherefore hangest upon him?
Oh, my most worshipful lord, and please your grace, I am a poor widow of Eastcheap, and he is arrested at my suit.
For what sum?
It is more than for some, my lord. It is for all I have. He hath eaten me out of house and home. He hath put all my substance into that fat belly of his. But I will have some of it out again, or I will ride thee o' nights like the mare.
I think I am as like to ride the mare, if I have any vantage of ground to get up. How comes this, Sir John? Fie! What man of good temper would endure this tempest of exclamation? Are you not ashamed to enforce a poor widow to so rough a course to come by her own? What is the gross sum that I owe thee?
Marry, if thou wert an honest man, thyself and the money too, thou didst swear to me upon a parcel gilt goblet, sitting in my dolphin chamber at the round table by a single fire upon Wednesday in Weasand week, when the prince broke thy head for liking his father to a singing man of Windsor. Thou didst swear to me then, as I was washing thy wound, to marry me, and make me my lady thy wife. Canst thou deny it? Did not good wife Keach, the butcher's wife, come in then, and call me gossip quickly? Coming in to borrow a mess of vinegar, telling us she had a good dish of prawns, whereby thou didst desire to eat some, whereby I told thee they were ill for a green wound. And didst thou not, when she was gone downstairs, desire me to be no more so familiarity with such poor people, saying that ere long they should call me madam? And didst thou not kiss me and bid me fetch these 30 shillings? I put thee now to thy book oath. Deny it if thou canst.
My lord, this is a poor mad soul, and she says up and down the town that her eldest son is like you. She hath been in good case, and the truth is poverty hath distracted her. But for these foolish officers, I beseech you, I may have redress against them.
Sir John, I am well acquainted with your manner of renting the true cause the false way. It is not a confident brow, nor the throng of words that come with such more than impudent sauciness from you, that thrust me from a level consideration. You have, as it appears to me, practiced upon the easy-yielding spirit of this woman, and made her serve your uses both in purse and in person. Yea, in truth, my lord! Pray thee peace! Pay her the debt you owe her, and unpay the villainy you have done with her. The one you may do with sterling money, and the other with current repentance.
My lord, I will not undergo this sneap without reply. You call honorable boldness impudent sauciness? If a man will make curtsy and say nothing, he is virtuous. No, my lord, my humble duty remembered, I will not be your suitor. I say to you, I do desire deliverance from these officers, being upon hasty employment in the king's affairs.
You speak as having power to do wrong, but answer in the effect of your reputation, and satisfy the poor woman.
Come hither, hostess.
Now, Master Gower, what news? The king, my lord, and Harry, Prince of Wales, are near at hand. The rest the paper tells.
As I am a gentleman.
Faith, you said so before!
As I am a gentleman. Come, no more words of it.
By this heavenly ground I tread on, I must be fain to pawn both my plate and the tapestry of my dining chambers.
Glasses is the only drinking. And for thy walls, a pretty slight drollery, or the story of the prodigal, or the German hunting and waterwork, is worth 1,000 of these bed hangings and these fly-bitten tapestries. Let it be £10 if thou canst. Come, and 'twere not for thy humours, there's not a better wench in England. Go, wash thy face, enjoy the action. Come, thou must not be in this humour with me. Dost not know me? Come, I know thou wast set on to this.
Pray thee, Sir John, let it be but 20 nobles, if faith, I am loath to pawn my plate, so God save me.
Let it alone. I'll make other shift. You'll be a fool still.
Well, you shall have it, though I pawn my gown. I hope you'll come to supper. You'll pay me all together.
Will I live? Go with her. Hook on.
Will you have dull tear she'd meet you at supper?
No more words. Let's have her. I have heard better news. What's the news, my lord? Where lay the king last night?
Had Basingstoke, my lord.
I hope my lord's all's well. What is the news, my lord?
Come all his forces back? No, 1,500 foot, 500 horse, a march up to my lord of Lancaster, against Northumberland and the Archbishop.
Comes the king back from Wales, my noble lord?
You shall have letters of me presently. Come, go along with me, good Master Gower.
My lord!
What's the matter?
Master Gower, shall I entreat you with me to dinner?
I must wait upon my good lord here. I thank you, good Sir John.
Sir John, you loiter here too long, being you are to take soldiers up in counties as you go. Will you stay with me, Master Gower? What foolish master taught you these manners, Sir John? Master Gower, if they become me not, he was a fool that taught them me. This is the right fencing grace, my lord. Tap a tap, and so part fair. Now the Lord lightens thee. Thou art a great fool.
Before God, I am exceeding weary.
Just come to that? I thought weariness does not have attached one of so high blood.
Faith, it does me, though it discolors the complexion of my greatness to acknowledge it. Doth it not show vilely in me to desire small beer?
Why? A prince should not be so loosely studied as to remember so weak a composition.
Belike then, my appetite was not princely got, for by my troth I do now remember the poor creature, small beer. But indeed, these humble considerations make me out of love with my greatness. What a disgrace is it to me to remember thy name, or to know thy face tomorrow, or to take note how many pair of silk stockings thou hast, viz. These and those that wear thy peach-coloured ones, or to bear the inventory of thy shirts, as one for superfluity and another for use. But that the tennis court keeper knows better than I, for it is a low ebb of linen with thee when thou keepest not racket there, as thou hast not done a great while, because the rest of thy low countries have made a shift to eat up thy Holland, and God knows whether those that brawl out the ruins of thy linen shall inherit his kingdom. But the midwives say the children are not in the fault, whereupon the world increases, and kindreds are mightily strengthened.
How ill it follows. After you have labored so hard, you should talk so ugly. So many good young princes would do so. Your father's being so sick as yours at this time is.
Shall I tell thee one thing, Poins?
Yes, Faisal, let it be an excellent good thing.
It shall serve among wits of no higher breeding than thine.
Go to. I stand the push of your one thing that you will tell.
Marry, I tell thee, it is not meet that I should be sad now my father is sick, albeit I could tell to thee, as to one it pleases me, for fault of a better, to call my friend. I could be sad, and sad indeed too.
Very hardly upon such a subject.
By this hand, thou thinkest me as far in the devil's book as thou in Falstaff for obduracy and persistency. Let the end try the man, but I tell thee, my heart bleeds inwardly that my father is so sick. and keeping such vile company as thou art hath in reason taken from me all ostentation of sorrow.
The reason?
What wouldest thou think of me if I should weep?
I would think thee a most princely hypocrite.
It would be every man's thought. And thou art a blessed fellow to think as every man thinks. Never a man's thought in the world keeps the roadway better than thine. Every man would think me an hypocrite indeed. And what excites your most worshipful thought to think so?
Why? Because we have been so rude and so much in craft to Falstaff.
And to thee,
Brother, I don't even respect them. I can hear it with my own ears. The worst that they can say of me is that I am a second brother and that I am a proper feather of my hands. In those two things, I confess I cannot help. By the mass, here comes Baltar.
and the boy that I gave Falstaff, I had him from me Christian. And look if the fat villain have not transformed him ape. And yours, most noble Bardo.
Come, you virtuous ass, you bashful fool, miserable blessing, wherefore bless you now? What amazing man at arms as you become. This sense of that, just a patch of
Calls me in now, my lord, through a red lattice, and I could discern no part of his face from the window. At last I had spied his eyes, and methought he had made 2 holes in the alewife's new petticoat, and so peeped through.
Has not the boy profited?
Away, you horse and upright rabbit! Away!
Away, you rascally Althea's dream, away!
Instruct us, boy. What dream, boy?
Marry, my lord, Althea dreamed she was delivered of a firebrand, and therefore I call him her dream.
A crown's worth of good interpretation. There 'tis, boy.
Oh, that is good blossom to be kept from dainters. Well, there is sixpence to be used.
And you do not make him hanged among you? The gallows shall have wrong.
And how doth thy master, Bardolph?
Well, my lord, he heard of your grace's coming to town. There's a letter for you.
Delivered with good respect. Thou dost the mighty Master Master.
And bodily health, sir.
No, the most opinion is a physician, but that moves not him. Though that be such a nice
I do allow this Wen to be as familiar with me as my dog, and he holds his place, for look you how he writes.
John Falstaff. Nice. Every man must know that. As often as he has occasion to nickname himself. Even like those that are instant. For they never prick their finger. But they say, here comes some of the cake blood split. How comes that? Says he that takes upon him not to conceive. The answer is as ready as a bowl with tap. I am the king's poor cousin, sir.
Nay, they will be kin to us, or they will fetch it from Japhet. But to the letter.
Sir John Falstaff, knight, to the son of the king, nearest his father, Harry, Prince of Wales, greet.
Well, this is a certificate.
Peace. I will imitate the honorable Romans in brevity.
Service brevity of breath. Short
I commend me to thee.
I commend thee and I leave thee. Be not too familiar with points. For he misuses thy favor so much that he swears thou ought to marry his sister Nell. Repent at idle times as thou mayst, and so farewell. Not by yea and no, which is as much as to say as thou usest him. Jack Falstaff with my familiars, John with my brothers and sisters, and Sir John with all Europe.
My lord, I'll steep this letter in satin, make him eat it.
That's to make him eat 20 of his words. But do you use me thus, Ned? Must I marry your sister?
Don't send me to waste no worse fortune. But I never said so.
Well, thus we play the fools with the time, and the spirits of the wise sit in the clouds and mock us. Is your master here in London?
Yea, my lord.
Where sups he? Doth the old boar feed in the old Frank?
At the old place, my lord, in Eastcheap.
What company?
Ephesians, my lord, of the old church.
Sup any women with him?
None, my lord, but old Mistress Quickly and Mistress Doll Tearsheet.
What pagan may that be?
A proper gentlewoman, sir, and a kinsman of my master's.
Even such kin as the parish heifers are to the town bull. Shall we steal upon them, Ned, at supper?
I'll give you a shadow, my lord. I'll follow you.
Sirrah, you boy, and Bardolph, no word to your master that I am yet come to town. There's for your silence.
I have no tongue, sir.
And for mine, sir, I will govern it.
Fare you well. Go. This dull tearsheet should be some road.
I warrant you, has coming is the way between St. Albans and London.
How might we see Falstaff bestow himself tonight in his true colours, and not ourselves be seen?
Put on 2 leather jerkins and aprons, and wait upon him at his table of straw.
From a god to a bull? A heavy dissension. It was Jove's case. From a prince to apprentice. A low transformation. That shall be mine. For in everything the purpose must weigh with the folly. Follow me, Ned.
I pray thee, loving wife and gentle daughter, give even way unto my rough affairs. Put not you on the visage of the times, and be like them to Percy, troublesome. I have given over, I will speak no more. Do what you will, your wisdom be your guide. Alas, sweet wife, My honor is at pawn, and but my going, nothing can redeem it.
How yet? For God's sake, go not to these wars. The time was, Father, that you broke your word when you were more endeared to it than now, when your own Percy, when my heart's dear Harry, through many a northward look to see his father bring up his powers, but he did long in vain, who then persuaded you to stay at home? There were 2 honors lost, yours and your son's. For yours, the God of heaven brighten it. For his, it stuck upon him as the sun in the great vault of heaven, and by his light did all the chivalry of England move to do brave acts. He was indeed the glass wherein the noble youth did dress themselves. He had no legs that practised not his gait, and speaking thick, which nature made his blemish, became the accents of the valiant. For those that could speak low and tardily would turn their own perfection to abuse to seem like him. So that in speech, in gait, in diet, in affections of delight, in military rules, humours of blood, he was the mark, and glass, copy and book, that fashioned others. And him, oh, wondrous him, oh, miracle of men, him did you leave! Second to none, unseconded by you, to look upon the hideous god of war and disinfect it, to abide a field where nothing but the sound of Hotspur's name did seem defensible. So you left him. Never, oh never, do his ghost the wrong, to hold your honor more precise and nice with others than with him. Let them alone. The marshal and the archbishop are strong, and my sweet Harry had but half their numbers. Today might I, hanging on Hotspur's neck, have talked of Monmouth's grave.
Stir your heart, fair daughter. You do draw my spirits from me, with no lamenting ancient oversights. But I must go and meet with danger there, or it will seek me in another place and find me worse provided. Oh, fly to Scotland, till that the nobles and the armed commons have of their puissance made a little
The
taste.
vacant ground and vantage of the king, then join you with them like a rib of steel to make strength stronger. But for all our loves, first let them try themselves. So did your son. He was so suffered. So came I a widow, and never shall have length of life enough to reign upon remembrance with mine eyes, that it may grow and sprout as high as heaven, for recordation to my noble husband.
Come, go in with me. 'Tis with my mind as with the tide swelled up unto his height, that makes us still stand running neither way. Fain would I go to meet the archbishop, but many thousand reasons hold me back. I will resolve for Scotland. There am I, till time and vantage crave my company.
What the devil hast thou put there? Applejohns? Thou knowest Sir John cannot endure an Applejohn? Mess, thou sayest true. The prince once set a dish of Applejohns before him, and told him there were 5 more Sir Johns, and putting off his hat said, I will now take my leave of these 6 dry brown old witted knights. It angered him to the heart, but he had forgot that. Why then cover and set them down, and see if thou canst find out Sneak's noise. Mistress Kirschink would fain hear some music. Dispatch the room where they Stop this too hard. They'll come in straight. Sarah, here will be the prince and master pointed on, and they will put on 2 of our dragons and aprons, and Sir John must not know of it. Bardolph has brought word. There will be all this. It will be an excellent stratagem. I'll see if I can find out things. Your faith, sweetheart, methinks you are now in an excellent good temporality. Your pulsage beats as extraordinarily as heart would desire, and your color, I warrant you, is as red as any rose. In good truth, la, but your faith, you have drunk too much canaries, and that's a marvelous searching wine, and it perfumes the blood ere one can say, "What's this? How do you now?" Better than I was. Why, that's well said. A good heart's worth gold. Lo, here comes Sir John.
When Arthur thirst and cold, empty Jordan, and was a worthy king. And now, Mr. Snow,
Sick of a calm. Yeah, good faith.
so is all her sect, and they be once in a calm, they are sick.
A pox damn you, you muddy rascal. Is that all the comfort you give me?
You make fat rascals, Mr. Snow.
I make them? Gluttony and diseases make them. I make them not.
If the cook helped to make the gluttony, you help to make the diseases. Doll, we catch of you, doll. We catch of you. Grant that. My boy Virtue, grant that.
Yeah, joy, our chains and our jewels.
Your brooches, pearls and ouches. For to serve bravely is to come halting off, you know. To come off the breach with his pike bent bravely, and to surgery bravely. To venture upon the charged chambers bravely.
Hang yourself, you muddy conker. Hang yourself. By my trout, this is the old-fashioned. You two never meet, but you fall to some discord. You are both, in good truth, as rheumatic as 2 dry toasts. You cannot one bear with another's confirmities. What the good year? One must bear, and that must be you. You are the weaker vessel, as they say, the emptier vessel. Can a weak, empty vessel bear such a huge, full hogshead? There's a whole merchant's venture of Bordeaux stuff in him. You have not seen a hulk better stuffed in the hold. Come, I'll be friends with thee, Jack. Thou art going to the wars, and whether I shall ever see thee again or no, there is nobody cares. Sir, ancient pistols below and would speak with you. Hang him, swaggering rascal! Let him not come hither. It is the foul-mouthed rogue in England. If he's swaggerer, let him not come here. No, by my faith, I must live among my neighbors. I'll know swaggerers. I am in good name and fame with the very best. Shut the door! There comes those swaggerers here. I have not lived all this while to have swaggering now. Shut the door, I pray you.
Dost thou hear, hostess?
Pray ye, pacify yourself, Sir John. There comes no swaggerers here.
Dost thou hear? It is mine ancient.
Dilly-fally, Sir John, now tell me, your ancient swaggerer comes not in my doors. I was before Master Tissick, the deputy, the other day, and as he said to me, 'twas no longer ago than Wednesday last. In good faith, neighbor quickly, says he, Master Dombey, a minister was by then. Neighbor quickly, says he, receive those that are civil for, said he. You are in an ill name. Now I said so, I can tell whereupon, for, says he, you are an honest woman, and well thought on. Therefore, take heed what guests you receive. Receive, says he. Those swaggering companions. There comes none here. You would bless you to hear what he said. No, I'll no swaggerers.
He's no swaggerer, hostess. A tame cheater, of faith. You may stroke him as gently as a puppy greyhound. You'll not swagger with the Barbary hen if her feathers turn back in any show of resistance. Call him up, draw.
Cheater, call you him? I will bar no honest man my house, nor no cheater. But I do not love swaggering by my troth. I am the worst when one says swagger. Field masters, how I shake. Look you, I warrant you.
So you do, hostess?
Do I? Yeah, in very truth do I. And 'twere an aspen leaf. I cannot abide swaggerers. God save you, Sir John.
Welcome, Ancient Pistol. Here, Pistol. I charge you with a cup of sack. Do you discharge upon mine hostess?
I will discharge upon her, Sir John, with 2 bullets.
She is pistol proof, sir. You shall hardly offend her.
Come, I'll drink no proofs nor no bullets. I'll drink no more than will do me good. For no man's pleasure then to you, Mistress Dorothy, I will charge you. Charge me? I scorn you, scurvy companion. What? You poor, base, rascally, cheating, lack-linen mate. Away, you moldy rogue, away! I am meat for your master. I know you, Mistress Dorothy. Away, you cut-purse rascal! You filthy bung, away! By this wine, I'll thrust my knife in your moldy chaps, and you play the saucy cutter with me. Away, you bottle ale rascal! You basket, hilt, stale juggler, you! Since when, I pray you, sir? God's light, with 2 points on your shoulder? Much? God let me not live, but I will murder your ruff for this.
No more pistol. I would not have you go off here. Discharge yourself of our company, Pistol.
No! Good Captain Pistol, not here, sweet Captain! Captain? Thou abominable, damned cheater! Art thou not ashamed to be called Captain? And captains were of my mind, they would truncheon you out for taking their names upon you before you have earned them. You a captain? You slave for what? For tearing a poor whore's ruff in a bawdy house? He a captain? Hang him, rogue. He lives upon moldy stewed prunes and dried cakes. A captain? God's light, these villains will make the word as odious as the word occupy, which was an excellent, good word before it was ill-sorted. Therefore, captains had need look to it. Pray thee, go down, good ancient.
Harkly hither, Mistress Law.
Not I. I tell thee what, Corporal Bardolph. I could tear her. I'll be revenged of her. Pray thee go down! I'll see her damned first to Pluto's damned lake by this hand to the infernal deep with airbus and torches vile also. Hold hook and line, say I. Down, down, dogs! Down, faitors! Have we not Hiren here? Good Captain Pistol, be quiet! 'Tis very late, if faith. I beseech you now, aggravate your choler. These be good humors indeed. Shall pack horses and hollow pampered jays of Asia, which cannot go but 30 mile a day, compare with Caesars? And with cannibals? And Trojan Greeks? Nay, rather damn them with King Cerberus, and let the welkin roar. Shall we fall foul for toys? By my troth, Captain, these are very bitter words.
Begone, good ancient. This will grow to a brawl anon.
Diamond like dogs, give crowns like pins. Have we not iron here? Oh my word, Captain, there's none such here. What the good year? Do you think I would deny her? For God's sake, be quiet. Feed and be fat, my fair Callipolis. Come, give us some sack. Si fortune me tormente separando mi contento. Fear we broadsides? No, let the fiend give fire. Give me some sack, and sweetheart, lie thou there. Come, we to full points here, and our etcetera's nothing?
Pistol, I would be quiet.
Sweet night, I kiss thy knee. What? We have seen the 7 stars. For God's sake, thrust him downstairs. I cannot endure such a fustian rascal. Thrust him downstairs? Know we not Galloway nags?
Quote him down, Bardolph, like a shove-groat shilling. Nay, and to do nothing but speak nothing. There shall be nothing here. Come, get you downstairs.
What? Shall we have incision? Shall we improve? Then death rock me asleep, abridge my doleful days. Why then let's grievous, ghastly, gaping wounds untwine the sisters three. Come, Atropos, I say. Here's a goodly stuffed sword.
Give me my rapier, boy.
Pray thee, Jack, I pray thee, do not draw.
Get you downstairs.
Here's a goodly tumult. I'll forswear keeping house afore I'll be in these spirits and fright. So murder I warrant now. Alas, alas! Put up your naked weapons! Put up your naked weapons!
I pray thee, Jack, be quiet, the rascal's gone. Ah, you whoresome little valiant villain, you! Are you not hurt to the groin? Methought it made a shrewd thrust at your belly!
Have you turned him out of doors? Yea, sir. The rascal's drunk. You have hurt him, sir, in the shoulder. A rascal! Debrave me!
Ah, you sweet little rogue, you! Alas, poor ape, how thou sweatest! Come, let me wipe thy face. Come on, you horse and chops. Ah, rogue! Faith, I love thee. Thou art as valorous as Hector of Troy, worth 5 of Agamemnon, and 10 times better than the 9 worthies. Ah, villain!
A rascally slave! I will toss the rogue in the blanket!
Do, and thou darest for thy heart, and thou dost. I'll canvass thee between a pair of sheets.
The music is come, sir.
Let them play! Play, sirs! Sit on my knee, doll. A rascal bragging slave. The rogue fled from me like quicksilver.
Your faith, and thou followest him like a church. Thou whoreson little tidy Bartholomew Boarpig, when wilt thou leave fighting o' days and foining o' nights, and begin to patch up thine old body for heaven?
Peace, good doll. Do not speak like a death's head. Do not bid me remember mine end.
Sirrah, what humour's the prince of?
A good, shallow fellow. I would have made a good pantler. I would have chipped bread well.
They say Poins has a good wit.
A good wit? Hang him, baboon. His wit's as thick as Tewkesbury mustard. There's no more conceit in him than is in a mallet.
Why does the prince love him so, then?
Because their legs are both of a bigness, and plays it quite well, and eats conger and fennel, and drinks off candles' ends for flapdragons, and rides the wild mare with the boys, and jumps upon joint stools, and swears with a good grace, and wears his boots very smooth, like unto the sign of the leg, and breeds no bait with telling of discreet stories, and such other gamble faculties it has, that shows a weak mind and an able body, for the which the prince admits him, for the prince himself is such another. The weight of a hair will turn the scales between their avoirdupois.
Would not this knave of a wheel have his ears cut off?
Let's beat him before his horse.
Look, whether the withered elder hath not his poll clawed like a parrot.
Isn't that strange that desire should so many years outlive performance?
Kiss me, doll.
Saturn and Venus this year in conjunction. What says the almanac to that?
And look whether the fairy tricky. His man being out lisping to his master's old tables, his notebook, his counsel keeper.
Thou dost give me flattering busses.
By my troth, I kiss thee with a most constant heart.
I am old. I am old.
I love thee better than I love e'er a scurvy young boys of them all.
What stuff wilt have a kirtle of? I shall receive money o' Thursday. Shalt have a cap tomorrow. A merry song come. It grows late, will to bed. Thou forget me when I am gone.
By my troth, thou'lt set me a-weeping, and thou sayest so. Prove that ever I dress myself handsome till thy return. Will hearken at the end.
Subsac, Francis!
None, sir.
Alas, son of the king! And art not thou Poins' brother?
Why, thou globe of sinful continents, what a life dost thou lead?
Better than thou. I am a gentleman. Thou art a drawer.
Very true, sir, and I come to draw you out by the ears. Oh, the Lord preserve thy good grace! By thy troth, welcome to London! Now the Lord bless that sweet face of thine! Oh, Jesu, are you come from Wales?
Thou horse and mad compound of majesty, by this light flesh and corrupt blood, thou art welcome.
Oh, you fat fool! I scorn you!
Yes, my lord, he will drive you out of your revenge and turn all to a merriment, if you take not to heed.
You whoreson, candle mine, you! How vilely did you speak of me, even now, before this honest, virtuous, civil gentlewoman? God's blessing of your good heart, and so she is, by my troth.
Didst thou hear me?
Yeah, and you knew me, as you did when you ran away by Gad's Hill. You knew I was at your back, and spoke it on purpose to try my patience.
No, not so. I did not think thou wast within hearing.
I shall drive you then to confess the willful abuse, and then I know how to handle you.
No abuse, Al. Oh, my honor, no abuse.
Not to dispraise me and call me panther and bread chipper and I know not what?
No abuse, Al.
No abuse?
No abuse, Ned. In the world, honest Ned, none. I dispraise him before the wicked, that the wicked might not fall in love with him. In which doing, I have done the part of a careful friend and a true subject, and thy father is to give me thanks for it. No abuse, Hal. None. Ned, none. No faith, boys, none.
See now whether pure fear and entire cowardice doth not make thee wrong this virtuous gentlewoman to close with us. Is she of the wicked? Is thine hostess here of the wicked? Or is thy boy of the wicked? Or honest Bardolph, whose zeal burns in his nose, of the wicked?
Answer, thou dead elm, answer.
The fiend hath pricked down Bardolph, irrecoverable, and his face is Lucifer's privy kitchen, where he doth nothing but roast malt worms. For the boy, there is a good angel about him, but the devil blinds him too.
For the women?
For one of them, she is in hell already, and burns poor souls. For the other, I owe her money, and whether she be damned for that, I know not.
No, I warrant you!
No, I think thou art not. I think thou art quit for that. Marry, there is another indictment upon thee, for suffering flesh to be eaten in thy house, contrary to the law, for the which I think thou wilt howl.
All victuallers do so! What's a joint of mutton, or two in a whole lint? You, gentlewoman? What says your grace?
His grace says that which his flesh rebels against.
Who knocks so loud at door? Look to the door there, Francis! Peto, how now, what news? The king your father is at Westminster, and there are 20 weak and wearied posts come from the north. And as I came along, I met and overtook a dozen captains, bareheaded, sweating, knocking at the taverns and asking every one for Sir John Falstaff. By heaven, Poins, I feel me much to blame. So idly to profane the precious time when tempest of commotion like the south born with black vapour doth begin to melt and drop upon our bare, unarmed heads. Give me my sword and cloak. Falstaff, good night.
Now comes in the sweetest morsel of the night, and we must hence and leave it unpicked. More knocking at the door? How now? What's the matter?
You must away to court, sir, presently. A dozen captains stay at door for you.
Play musician, sir. Farewell, hostess. Farewell, doll. You see, my good wenches, how men of merit are sought after. The undeserving may sleep when the man of action is called on. Farewell, good wenches. If I be not sent away post, I will see you again ere I go.
I cannot speak if my heart be not ready to burst. Well, sweet Jack, have a care of thyself.
Farewell, farewell.
Well, fare thee well. I have known thee these 29 years, come peace God time, but an honester and truer-hearted man. Well, fare thee well.
Mistress Tirshi,
What's the matter?
bid Mistress Tirshi come to my master.
Oh, run, doll, run. Run, good doll. Come. She comes blubbered. Yea, will you come, doll?